The proliferation of telehealth applications implicate different types of IP protection. So the underlying technology which enables the various offerings could be protected through patent filings. For example, software innovations directed to more efficient patient interactions. There may be decision support algorithms which are supporting the caregiver in getting the patient data and giving recommendations. And there's also room for innovations for on the hardware side, such as interfaces to new wearable sensors and the like. So all those kind of innovations are all candidates for patent filings and protection through patents. In some cases, the innovations are strictly on the back end and are not consumer facing. So this may be the complex AI algorithms which are looking at health data and which are processing it in some fashion. So even if you were to be able to get a patent on that back end algorithm, you might not be able to ever identify an infringer. And so in those cases, trade secrets might be an attractive alternative. That being said, many companies adopt a combination of patent filings and trade secrets, especially when it comes to AI, given the level of detail required for patent application, still may allow certain aspects of the innovation to be maintained as a trade secret. Generative AI brings a lot of interesting opportunities for companies. I think telehealth companies have been using generative AI for many years with regard to, especially with regard to chatbots, but it's also being used to create new content, new source code and the like. And companies are increasingly using it in their workforce, and it raises copyright issues with regard to who owns the images or content that's being created, source code. For example, if telehealth application is generating new images for an online therapy, if they're using a generative AI tool, they run the risk of those images not being copyrightable and thus being able to use by their competitors. The big issue, both on the developer side and the provider side, it relates to data ownership, or what can one do with the data. So the telehealth providers have this rich bank of patient data, access to medical records. Often they're contracting with outside developers to either use AI tools or other sort of algorithms on that data. And the developers, on one hand, want the ability to improve their platform using the patient data of the provider, whereas the provider sees a lot of value in that and typically does not want them to be able to improve their product. But sometimes there's different arrangements. There may be some, depending on the richness of the patient data by the provider, they may get a piece of the action or have some sort of monetary benefit if the developer were to exploit that for other applications.